What do the words mental illness mean to you? Do they mean someone who is crazy, delusional, with a mental structure different from yours? My objective today will be to inform my audience, to inform you about the mental institutions and the status of the mental health in the United States. My main points will be the lack of funding, the reduced funding over time since the 1960s after the presidency of John F. Kennedy, as well as how that has increased stigmatization. During the presidency of John F. Kennedy, he attempted to sign a bill or an act for mental institutions and people with mental health problems. And ever since then, it's just been a consistently broken promise, and there has been reduced funding towards these institutions. So it has led to less jobs, and that meant less help for patients and clients that needed it. So if there are less clients and patients in the hospitals, where are they ending up? The answer is simple. They're ending up in prison cells and jails. It has come to the very point where it has reached an overload in capacity. About 20% of males and 25% female are struggling with the four most common mental illnesses, which are major depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, and other major psychotic syndromes. And because they are in these prison facilities, it means that they're not getting the required help that they need. Over time, this has led to their conditions actually getting worse. So that means when they leave prisons and jails because they finish their sentences, they go out worse than they went in. So they are more likely to commit the crime because they didn't get the help they needed while they were in. That's one of the reasons why that happens. So because of all these domino effects, it has led to an increased stigma against people with mental disorders. Now let me ask you this. What is a stigma? A stigma is basically where you're treating someone like they're a pariah. So you're basically treating them like they have a scarlet letter on their chest. And because we as a society are consistently treating people like that, it has actually caused the situation to get even worse because now we have people with mental disorders feeling even worse about themselves, and all they want is to be understood. So that is where we can stop that little cycle there and actually start contributing to them and committing more time into them by attending NAMI courses and spending a little money for donations. That way there are increased spendings towards mental institutions, which could potentially increase the likelihood of more jobs being created. Now, what is NAMI? NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and every once in a while they will hold meetings and public speakers will stop by to explain their story and how they got better and what their community did for them, what social network they had. That is how we can start contributing to the mental health issue that has been prevalent since the 1960s. And now, knowing this, how would you further contribute to that type of community? Let me ask you the question again. When you think of mental illness, what comes to your mind? Is it understanding? Is it emotions, acceptance, approval? You have become one step closer to helping out the mental health institutions and people with mental disorders just by listening to this video. And for that, I thank you.